Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to inform about the career sector for freshers from commerce background. So I have made one information in this particular word format, so you will get to know many details on how things are going on currently in the job market because there are n number of people searching for job as a fresher. Some do only BCom, some even do MBA finance or MCom. They wanted to get a placement, but they are not sure whether if they are tied up with MNC companies, and some colleges are tied up only with sales kind of job or Indian companies, and they are not interested to join, and they are struggling to get a job outside. So this video will give a clear idea about the finance department hiring for freshers and how the scenario is going on. So finance sector is ramping up. Okay, and the hiring for the entry level in various functions such as commercial lending or wholesale banking, treasury department, compliance, cyber security. So there are very less positions available outside, and meanwhile, more number of freshers coming out from different colleges. So they are not able to cope up with the competition going on outside. And in order to be in top 5 or top 10 out of thousands of candidates. So what skills the degree freshers should build in order to land a good job in finance roles? So there are certain topics which is being mentioned here. Please do have a look. I hope the screen is visible, and I'll also go through few most of the points here so that you will get to know how the things are and how you can make sure that you're doing networking, and meanwhile what additional things which you learn in terms of a fresher, and even certain things which you learn, even it will help even post 1 year or 2 years of experience in the company. And once you learn a end-to-end process, or once you get certified, or after clearing the training, so there are some people who get responsibilities like assigning the work or creating end of the day reports, or the manager might give any additional task to perform even though you might be a fresher. And in case if you are able to stretch and do the work, and it definitely helps you to get into a better position. So it's nothing like only seniors can do. In case if you are not able to do any activities like reporting, so do have a check with your trainer or team leader in the company. When they are having free time, they will be able to assist you with any formulas or Excel related doubts, or how well you can uh, do a report. In terms of, there will be a set of Excel application as well where it will be used by multiple people in the team, where you can save it, and if not, one person can open the document at a time and they can save it, and the other person cannot open the document at the same time. And if you make even a silly mistake, or if the table is not clear, and if anything goes wrong, the whole uh, data goes for a toss. So this things you have to learn in terms of entering an MNC company. So there are a lot of challenges you will be facing, and meanwhile learning as well, and how you cope up with the MNC environment. And if any new joiners ask any doubts on the process, you should be able to clear. Apart from that, meanwhile you have to also do your regular work and attain the productivity for the day. And also there should not be any quality errors as well, in terms of processing the cases. And your login hours should also be perfect, and when what time you log in. And meanwhile, if you are even able to log out 1 hour extra, also not a problem, but make sure the day's work is finished. So what skills must the degree freshers or the finance background freshers, or generally, I'm not sure if I can cover the software background domain, but I'm just covering on the finance domain department. So understand the money basics, learn how to read the financial reports, understand what they mean, and it helps us to make the smart money decisions. So we can read the financial reports, and you can have a habit of reading economic times, financial newspaper, or any financial topics which goes in market, that makes you more perfect in terms of like if any quiz is conducted in the office, or if anything day to day topics, the daily news or whichever is related to financial market. So if you are able to answer those questions, so you will be able to be in top uh, performer in the team. So the first point. And technical skills. Okay, so get comfortable with technical tools in finance, and things like Excel or Google Sheets or any finance related apps will be super useful. So there are few companies who will use Google Sheets for uh, copy pasting the data, or their work will be assigned in Google Sheet. Some work will be assigned in a different application like internal application, and some works will be assigned in Excel. So you will have the client name or loan number, or any the any other details like the customer's address. So there are certain things you'll be able to have. So based on that, you have to work on each and every case. So if you know Excel skills and Google Sheets, if you are aware how to handle it, it will be easier in some companies. So it's in one of the healthcare company when I worked, so we had only Google Sheet, not Excel. And this is what it is. And yeah, so it'll be nice if you people can learn Excel shortcuts and basic Excel or advanced Excel, or if you have any, if you wanted to know more about Excel, you can even let me know. There are even some Excel interview questions which I have with me in different MNC companies. So I can even give those details so that you can try to learn and utilize that. And few people are aware even how and where the Excel test questions are available. Next is pay attention to details. So finance is all about getting the numbers. So we have to be very careful in catching even the small errors is very important. Follow the rules. So finance has rules to follow. Okay. So learning about these rules and showing that you understand them is a big plus. So stock market related topics, or anything related to AML KYC, or whatever the topics which is booming outside, so you can try to have a look at it, or be in contact with people whoever is more aware about the financial industry. Talk well with others. Finance is not just with numbers, it is also about working with people. So there are multiple people who might be aware about many new information. Try to collect it and try to discuss on those when you're on free time, break time, once in a while. And good communication and the teamwork are the key factors. Okay. And keep learning. The finance world changes, so staying curious and learning about the new trends keeps you ahead. So as I told you, learning is very much important in the daily world. Give task to your brain. Try to think, try to give, try to see like how well you can improve day by day. Let it not be a daily task like where you just do a normal set of work. Be little different. And communication matters a lot. So good communication really needed in daily call, or if not in team meeting with the whole bunch of team, maybe like 50 odd people. And if you're asking some question, you should be able to frame it in a better way where people can understand. And it should not be a funny uh, thing where people laugh at us. So be very careful in what you're communicating. And in case if a person is asked a question, you should be able to answer that. You cannot ignore, or you cannot be silent. That also um, gives a negative opinion about the team which you are into. A finance job, okay, in India at any level needs knowledge on money, accounting principles, bookkeeping, and Excel skills. Okay, so it needs knowledge on the money, accounts, accounting principle, and it's an advantage for the applicant if he or she has a certification on Tally or related accounting software. For example, even you can tell, rather than telling Tally, you can tell SAP FICO. If it is an Indian company, Tally will be helpful. So Tally course or Tally new version, Prime, like that. And if the candidate has soft skills such as eye to details, clear communication, work with a team, and a mindset to learn, or openness to be mentored, then that will work in favor also. Okay, that will work in the favor too. So we should have the mindset to learn. We should try to make sure that we are grasping the things in quick way. If not, at least we should spend some time how well is the meaning behind the process, or how it works. So be very clear, and if someone asks you some questions, you should be able to answer, or if in at a certain point of time, you should not be blank. Subject matter expertise with a good communication skills are key at all levels of careers. Okay, so one needs to know the subject well, and we should be able to effectively communicate the same for the success in careers. The test about how candidates combine both effectively starts during the interview stage itself, and it intensifies the career progress. So we need to have expertise on the subject matter with good communication skills, and both oral and written communication is very important. It's not only about the process knowledge, because one candidate told me that I have the process knowledge and I will be able to do a work, but how you clear the interview, once you clear the interview, and how you present yourself, unless you are able to impress the HR or communicate well with manager, obviously you will get selected. If not, even if you have a process knowledge, you might not be able to excel in that particular interview. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Freshers can get into a finance oriented job by doing the following sequence. So left out of the part which you read in academics and start reading job description, which provides an overview of industrial requirement. So whenever a JD is shared, so do have a look at it, how it is and how well you can prepare before that interview. Some managers might ask questions based on the JD. So if you don't know about any particular keyword which is very technical, do a check on Google what is that, how it works, and you have to analyze on that apart from the Wikipedia about the company. So reading JD is important, but don't make sure that according to the JD you convert your resume, because initially the HR would have your copy of resume in Naukri, so you can't later edit, or once in a while if you edit, they will get to know that what experience you don't carry, or based on the communication or how do you answer for the question. The simple answer to this question is to just adopt that you're learning as per JD, thereby we can adapt to the industrial requirement. And next is, let's bridge the gap between industrial requirement and academics. So for freshers, so as I told initially in the this particular session, we need to read newspapers, financial, business times, economic times, mint also, we have live mint, there is a newspaper. So these kind of newspaper will, it might be difficult initially to read, but once you get used to it, and once you know how, where, which column to read, definitely you will get adjusted, at least from the last year of degree, final year of degree. And you can also watch the business TV channels, or if not news channels, CNBC, or there are multiple NDTV channels are there. So there are even some TV channels which is related to business will run in your office in certain um, in the bay in near your where you take your water, or where you have a break point. So you will be having some information on business news. So you can have a look at it, and this is enough to get a knowledge about the current industry trends. And academic score, few it majorly matters when you are a fresher, and usually people check. And sometimes even if you are good in process knowledge, or if you are good in communication and how you present yourself, sometimes it adds an advantage. And a person from any background, okay, a person from a person from any background while inducted to the job world must commence or start the journey with a zero background. Only just knowing the accounting is not enough to work in any other sector, be it even finance or otherwise. So bend of mind acts. Okay, so there are some information which is mentioned. If you can read it also, it will be better. I'll just go through this soon. I hope we have only few. So landing a job as a fresher in financial sector, so we have to be good in Excel, mathematical calculation, knowledge of data analytics, okay, as well as knowledge of Python, database, or cyber security is a plus point. So when you have a knowledge of Excel skills, data analytics, or pivot table, or max, okay, the coding, or something which is related to MIS reporting, so it would definitely help you in the process. And also need to update themselves with the trending news on the financial and banking sector. Fresher should be able to analyze the data, trends, and financial statement to make informed decisions. And communication is important, and it should be, we need to be able to effectively communicate complex financial information to the audience. Problem solving skills, okay, being able to identify and solve a financial problem is important in a financial role. And there are some scenario based questions, even interview the the managers might ask. So, and we might not be aware about certain questions, and every question might not be available in YouTube or Google. So you need to be prepared. And if you want, you can also record the conversation of the interview in your mobile. This I should have not told, but just for your knowledge or where you are going wrong, because we cannot note down certain interview questions which are being answered. You can record the call and listen to it later, and so that you will get to know what kind of questions you were able to answer or you were not able to answer. So that also helps you to overcome. And next time the same place wherever you are getting rejected, or if you are not able to answer, it should not get repeated. That is what my opinion. For example, what is risk management, or what is uh, if you are going for a training team, so if they'll be asking about what are the uh, different things which has to be kept in training. So in and out of training we should be aware about it. Okay, so next is very important is the team um, work and collaboration. Many finance roles require working closely with others, so freshers should be able to collaborate effectively with team members. So there might be a team, teammates might be there, and managers will be there. So there will be a place where we have to discuss and do a work, and there should be a proper coordination between the team and the freshers. If they are, so they need to understand and try to get adjusted with whatever work which is being given. And if you have any doubts, do ask in one-on-one, or you can ask in front of team, but it should be a valid doubts and very much important one, which can help the whole team. Either a fresher can also ask a doubt, or an experienced, but it should be a valuable doubt. The finance industry is constantly evolving, so freshers should be able to adapt, should be adaptable and open to learn the new skills and technologies. The recent hiring boom in the financial sector has generated a lot of excitement among all. However, it is important to note that getting into the industry is relatively easy, but staying there requires extra or additional skills beyond what is taught in our school or colleges. So newcomers, so you might be able to see some people jump from one process to another process. Some rarely people, the HR won't consider if you don't have relevant experience, but rare case HR and managers also give a chance to get into a process, and you should be able to overcome or adapt to that particular process and feel happy to be part of it. And if you really contribute 100% effort, definitely you will not be having any quality errors. And even you should have a peaceful work environment where you can work properly. If the work environment is not clear and if it is very messy, even you won't be able to do your work properly. And newcomers often struggle to apply theoretical concept in real world situation, emphasizing the need of pragmatism. It's pragmatism means thinking of or dealing with problems in a practical way rather than using a theory or a abstract principle. Okay, let's go to the next one. Freshers tend to overlook the importance of focus and concentration during their training. So you have to have a concentration when a training is occurred. Okay, so we should have 100% concentration with mobile in silent mode, and also we should be clear in understanding what the trainer teaches us and make a notes. Most of them I've seen people like they don't make a notes, they just listen, but next day when the questions are asked they don't know the answer or they don't prepare well prior to the training. As much as possible, if you are in finishing the training soon, you can go to you can do a sample cases and post that. You will be given live cases once you are getting certified, and once you complete 3 months then without any error, then obviously people will have a trust that you can do by yourself, and there is no need to do a quality audit or something. See, most of the companies quality checks we cannot do on every cases. Few cases we can do or randomly picked, but we need to make sure that all the cases are given priority and worked in a better way. If a simple error, it leads to a escalation, or if not, it also affects the customers. So make sure that these things, whenever you're working in a company, try to give utmost importance, and each and every case should be concentrated. And I've seen some people in certain companies, they speak a lot, they interact, make fun, and then they try to um, do the work. So sometimes some people might not be comfortable in doing it, and some people are okay to work with that. So when your concentration goes, and a person most of the time can't concentrate on 2 to 3 things at a time, and doing a case and which is related to a customer, so we need to make sure that we are giving 100% concentration on that. Okay. Maintaining focus not only increases the learning but also gives the edge when interacting with customers who appreciate the educated insights. And there are, if you really perform well, you will even get an appreciation either from the client or from your manager, and you might get even an appreciation mail also from the client if the client is happy with immediate response or whichever, and that adds a value to your um, year-end rating or performance or one-on-one session. Okay, consistency. Particularly when it comes to learning new things, it is very important, and it's especially true in financial sector where turnover rates are already high. Experience, which is influenced by both age and learning aptitude, matters greatly in this field. The customer-centric nature of the job, staying updated on the relevant bank offerings, differentiating them from competitors, and staying informed about current market trends is very much important. Okay, so be aware of the current market trends, and it enables the provision of on-demand customer service when needed. And sometimes some companies do an activity check in front of team or in front of 100 odd people. So if you are able to participate in such kind of events, like, and where you get when you come out of that stage fear, if any quiz competition is held, or if not, meanwhile if any uh, fun events are held in the in the office bay, do participate and do answer, try your level best, and let people be aware about you. And one day definitely you would completely change your character to a better way, and it will definitely motivate even other people to be like you. That is all about office culture or office lifestyle, which also benefits in MNC. Okay, so landing a job in finance is a function of three things apart from good college education and place in India. If it is finance, the whole buy side and sell side are based out of Mumbai. Trading, uh, research, sales, trading, all such front office roles are based solely out of Mumbai. And if you're not in Mumbai, people relocate to find a job in core financial roles like Bangalore, which are best for MNC, BFSI related domain or technology, or if not Gurgaon location. Education. So people in finance like the certifications, but these are theoretical at the best. Real education comes from learning all that comes in handy to pitch a stock and talk about it for a 10 minutes. And real education in understanding industries, companies, and understanding the implement implications of changes in these on stock prices. Okay, skills, selling, networking, and making a sense of data. These are the most valuable skills in finance. Also, our economy is going to double by 2030 year, which means the role of BFSI sector or banking and finance is very important. And my view is that all new age technologies will be in need. And these are also the technologies which can help you: artificial intelligence, Python, data science, machine learning, cloud computing. So it helps you to increase the user experience and onboarding easily, and also cyber security to stop the cyber threats. So financial sector is booming and attracting a lot of hiring, and a lot of financial enthusiastic fellow wants to land a job in core finance field, but it is it's very vast, like a ocean. So first we have to find out our core interest which matches our profile. See, initially if we are a fresher, we need to find out which department might suit us, or whether we might be interested in banking domain or accounts domain, or we are interested in taxation field. And there are few people who start career in US mortgage, but nowadays I don't think so people are ready to start in mortgage because of that particular industry. But if you want to work in a field, try to stick on to the same field. And sometimes if you have a dual experience, very rarely it helps you. And I might not tell that dual experience will not help, but it's better to stick on to a particular department rather than jumping it multiple times. So try to find out your area of interest, and which matches your relevant skills, and so that you can continue in that particular field for a period of time. So here, if you're able to see here, find out your core interest matching with your profile, and then inculcate the relevant specific skills in yourself. When passion becomes a profession, winning becomes a habit. So get comfortable with Excel sheets and start reading annual statements on top entities in major industry sectors. Identify performance metrics and why those metrics are important and how they are calculated. See, one suggestion I can give to people is, in case if you are doing a normal processing of case or live cases, loans, so try to make sure that you also learn what happens in training team, what are the uh, additional things which we can learn apart from our normal work. Or if any quality audit is performed, just check with your manager how quality audit occurs or how they usually work. Or if you have, make some friends in quality department and check with them how they usually work, what are the things to be kept in mind. So try to uh, learn something where you can it will definitely help you in future, and make a note of it when no one is around. Or if not, like, you can also have an interaction with them in normal outside the office bay and check with them how each and everyone mutually can learn each other. So it will definitely help rather than only being in a normal processing the cases. If you know something in um, quality team or something in training or team handling or what skills are needed if you want to work as a TL, or if a manager is not around, how you can manage it without any issues. And if manager and team leader both are not available and they are one person is not out of India and one person is sick, so how a person can manage within the team? And if one person is not able to take an initiative in the team, it will be very difficult to manage that particular process. So make sure that one or other person will be able to manage it. And meanwhile, these are the things which freshers can keep it in mind. And I hope this video really helped you all people. And the main thing is how we can look for a job in Bangalore. Or apart from these things, whatever we have to keep in mind, try to search job in LinkedIn. I share lot of openings in LinkedIn, uh, and every day or once in a while. Do have a check and do follow more than Naukri, because once you update Naukri, you don't get that much calls as before in 2018 and 19. So try to search with keywords in with your relevant field, and try to follow people whoever is posting openings and who are little different, and make useful networking rather than increasing the connections without any uh, cause. And do share certain things in your profile, because it's not only about increasing the connection, it's all about resharing something or posting something in your page where you have some queries. And feel frank to ask me on any doubts if it is very much important on your career. Every scenarios, every live scenarios have been posted in my LinkedIn, so that you will get to know whatever has happened to certain candidates of mine and how well you can be careful while working in a company. I hope you like this video. So definitely it would help many freshers in Bangalore or across Pan India. So I'll just meet you in next video, in terms of like how well you can search a job in Bangalore, or what things has to be kept in mind in terms of looking for a job. And these are the skills which definitely help you. So don't waste your time. Do join a course and it would definitely help you. Thank you all.